All right, everyone. So Ricochet is now in AEW, and during a recent interview, he revealed why. So we're reading what he said. Honestly, the biggest reason is that I've been doing this for a long time, 21 years this year, and for me, the time when I was having the most fun in my career was when I was traveling around the world with those crazy lunatics in the back there. It's literally the time when I was having the most fun, despite what people think or may think. It's not always been bad for Ricochet. I've had my entire career, no matter where I went. I've always had fun. That's not going to change. But when I was having the most fun, when I was hanging out with these guys and traveling the world with these guys and having matches with these guys and creating the art that I really like to make for I feel like the Ricochet fans out there who's been, I guess, just missing the opportunity to shine. But for me, it's to have fun again and to create that art again. So I think he, obviously says a lot there and it makes sense. But I think the big part of that is that aspect of when he talks about fun, it certainly has something to do with the people in the back, right? And that very well could be the case. But I think he's mostly talking about that ability to shine, right? And I think that is the big part. Is that in WWE, this is just one of the most talented times, I think, I don't want to say in the history of WWE, although I think that would still fit, but certainly in quite some time. And it's just tough to give everybody, the right amount of shine. And someone like Ricochet, he is so in ring talented. Like he does stuff that makes you go, holy crap, right? And this has kind of been a story for wrestling for many years. You remember back in WCW, you had kind of the cruiserweight division that put on this kind of stuff, and it wasn't getting the push it deserved, right? I think a lot of, and now WWE actually did take that and gave it a little push, but even still, everybody always still feels like these guys are always underutilized. They're under pushed, right? You get these guys that aren't doing that crazy stuff. Maybe they're bigger, whatever it is, and they get a bigger push than someone like Ricochet. And I think that's why he's in AEW. He's trying to get a little bit more of that push, and you can't blame him. You really can't blame him for that. Now the question is, and this I think is the big thing, is I think the best path would be you kind of really hone in and get your name even bigger in AEW, and then you try to make a little bit of a comeback to WWE. It's not that AEW is not great. It's not that you wouldn't want to end a career in AEW, right? Because of course he could stay there for the rest of his career and then decide to retire, and it would be great if he did it in AEW. But I do think there's a reason he was, there was a reason he was in WWE, and I think there's part of him that would be like, yeah, I would love to kind of be at the top of that. So we'll see if he could figure that out. But certainly he does make AEW even more exciting because he's one of those guys who you don't even need to know the story. You just turn on the match, you're going to get a good match, an exciting match. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.